I need your ID, please, so I can write you a summons.
You will be willing to write me a summons?
Yes.
Outstanding.
I need your ID also, please, sir.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Okay, I'm gonna place you under arrest then.
You're not placing me under arrest.
Come here.
You have no right to ask.
Come here. All right. Taser. Got it. I got my taser. Go.
In the incident, a single police officer approached a protester who was presumably participating in a demonstration or gathering. The officer initiated contact with the protester and specifically asked them to provide their identification. The purpose behind this request was to issue a legal notice, commonly known as a summons. In the unfolding incident, a second police officer joined the scene where the initial officer was interacting with the protester.
When he's in front of the business, yelling "F everybody."
Public property. It says cops. You want to know why? Because cops like you.
And he refused to give me his ID, which he's required to do.
For what?
The second officer decided to employ a taser, a non-lethal weapon that delivers an electric shock as a means of subduing or controlling the protester. However, before the second officer could use the taser on the protester ran away. The veteran officer engaged in a conversation with the officer who wanted to use the taser, informing them that the protester had not committed trespassing, challenging the actions of the rogue cop. It was alleged that the officers tampered with the footage from their body cameras, potentially erasing audio recordings. This practice of disabling or manipulating body cameras has been a long-standing issue with some police officers seeking to avoid accountability. The cop involved in the incident has a troubling history with 5 civilian complaints against him. One of the complaints accused him of using excessive force on a man experiencing a diabetic shock, while another involved excessive force on a veteran with PTSD who tragically died shortly after the violent arrest. Despite these complaints, the officer has received continued support from the police unions and fellow officers, raising questions about why his actions are defended and his tenure as a cop is supported. Now let's move to another video. In the incident captured on video, Aramis Ayala, the first black state attorney elected in Florida, was pulled over by Orlando police officers.
What agency are you with?
I'm the state attorney.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Your tag didn't come back. Never seen that before. I'm sorry?
I'm like state.
Yeah. We're good now.
So it was.
We ran the tag. I've never seen it before. A Florida tag. It's never come back to anything before. So that's the reason for this.
The officer stated that they initiated the stop because Ayala's license plate did not yield any information and because her car had a dark window tint.
What was the tag run for?
Oh, we run tags all the time, whether it's the traffic lights and that sort of stuff. That's how we figure out if, cars are stolen and that sort of thing. Also, the windows were really dark. I don't have a tint measurer, but...
Upon being stopped, Ayala questioned the officers about the reason for pulling her over. The officers responded by explaining they regularly run license plate tags to check for stolen vehicles and other violations. They also mentioned that the dark window tint was another reason for the stop.
What's your employee number? 57. Ready? There you are.
The incident gained national attention and sparked outrage, with some individuals alleged racial profiling. Ayala, in a statement, emphasized that she had not violated any laws and her license plate was properly registered. She also pointed out that the window tint was not in violation of Florida law. Now, let's move to another video.
So I'm in Beverly Hills right now, and I'm getting searched for shopping at the store I work for, and just being black.
So Leal Benberry, the VP of Versace Footwear, was shopping in Beverly Hills, California when he was stopped and searched by police officers.
You're making it completely different.
Yeah, I mean, guys.
You're making it completely
so
different.
So you checked my ID. What's going on? Do I have anything on my record?
You're good to go. Sure.
I'm good to go. That's what I thought. I've just been GPS and trying to figure out where I'm going.
Okay, do you have any ID on you by chance, man? Without reaching into your pockets, you don't have any weapons or anything, right?
I don't. I'm like super nervous.
I'm just gonna check to make sure you don't have any weapons if you don't mind, okay? Face that way real quick. Put your hands behind your back, palms together like you're praying. Awesome, thank you. Spread your feet. Cool, man. Don't want to mess up those shoes. Those are pretty nice. You said I can search you, right?
You do whatever.
Cool,
whatever.
man.
This is embarrassing to be frank.
Well, what we like to do, like when we stop someone, we just, to make sure you don't have any weapons or anything, we just like to...
It feels a little excessive. What's unfortunate is, like, I literally designed the shoes that are in this bag, and I'm being, like, searched for. Really? Yeah, I do.
That's why I'm not, that's why, like I said, man, you're not in handcuffs or anything. I'm just talking to you right now, okay?
I do. I'm just walking down the street, and it's a little ridiculous.
Benberry expresses frustration and questioned the necessity of the search, stating that being black was likely the reason for his treatment.
Just want to run in real quick, partner, make sure everything checks out.
I have to record this because I just don't feel comfortable with that.
Well, just because right now you are being detained, just because we're talking to you,
Okay.
And we don't know, not saying that you would do this, but people have called and they have friends come, and then it comes an officer safety
I'm literally
issue.
just going to record right now. That's all I'm doing. You see it's recording, and that's all I'm doing because I feel, you hear it in my voice, I'm uncomfortable, I'm nervous. You understand
Well, yeah.
the climate that we're in?
No, I understand. Is there anything I can do to make you feel more comfortable?
Not
Like, you're not in
dude.
handcuffs or anything,
Not
right?
really. Like, your boys are pulling up, I'm uncomfortable. I'm not making any, like fast
Right.
movements, but this is uncomfortable for me. Huh?
Are we making any comments?
No, but this is uncomfortable for me. I just want to get to my car, so I'm just going to hit record for you.
Yeah, hey, whatever you want to do, sir. But
Okay.
like I said, you understand why we stopped you, correct? And you admitted to jaywalking?
So I'm in Beverly Hills right now.
So you can't jaywalk, correct? You understand?
Understood, yeah. Can I have my stuff back, please?
But you see how you just switched that complete narrative?
Nah.
You were talking to us
I
saying,
know how
yeah,
you
you
guys
can
saw it.
search
Am I
me.
good to go?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, you guys have a good
Next time, don't change the narrative like that, though.
He mentioned a previous incident of being stopped for jaywalking, indicating that such experiences were not isolated for him. Benberry recorded the encounter, expressing his discomfort and emphasizing that he was simply walking down the street. Donatella Versace, the sister of Versace's founder, reposted the video on her Instagram, expressing her outrage at the incident and condemning the behavior of the officers as unacceptable. And now it's time to move to another and the last of today's videos. In the midst of a routine traffic stop, Lieutenant Trujillo issued a stern command to Mr. Espinosa, instructing him to vacate the scene. The officer went a step further, issuing a veiled threat of charging Mr. Espinosa should he choose not to comply. Curiously, the specific crime with which Mr. Espinosa would be charged remained unspecified. Within the confines of the law, individuals generally possess the right to observe a traffic stop as long as they adhere to parking regulations.
Do you need to be behind this traffic stop?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
My son right there, he was following me to pull.
Okay, he's on a traffic stop, so you don't need to be behind it.
So you gotta be mean.
Oh, I'm not being mean. We just don't like when people pull in behind us.
I don't like them. They killed my son over this thing. For following.
That's what we get paid to do, to pull people over.
Well, you don't get paid to be. You're
And you don't either, okay? I don't gotta put up with you. Okay, I asked you a simple question, okay?
Hold on, man.
In fact, you need to leave now or you're gonna get charged. It's that easy.
Well, I'm recording.
I'm recording too. I asked you a simple question. If you have attitude, that's your problem,
You keep
okay?
pounding on my door.
Yeah, you saw me and you rolled your window up when I came. Hold on a second.
Right.
Avoid disrupting the flow of traffic and refrain from obstructing law enforcement officers. It was during the initial interaction with Lieutenant Trujillo that Mr. Espinosa was noticed to repeatedly press the screen of a cell phone. According to a police statement, Mr. Espinosa had claimed to be recording the incident, although the actual moment of initiation, whether it occurred upon the officer's approach or earlier, remained unclear based on the camera footage.
Okay?
No.
You rolled your window up
No,
when I walked up,
don't
okay?
care. I'm
So I
not on
knocked on your
traffic
window,
stop.
okay?
You
You
didn't
are not
pull
a
me
cop.
over.
You don't need to be
I
behind
don't
me,
care if I'm a
okay?
cop or
So
not.
you need to leave
No,
right
I
now.
don't need to do anything.
You
I'm
got
on a
5
public
seconds
street.
to leave, okay? There's no reason for you to be behind this traffic stop. No reason,
I'm on
okay?
a public street.
No reason,
Is
okay?
this not a public
No
street?
reason.
Do I not pay
Okay,
taxes
do you
for
always
this
stop
road?
behind cops when they pull people over?
I ain't stopped right behind you.
Okay, you don't need to be here.
I ain't
You don't
stopped
need
right
to be here,
behind you,
okay?
sir.
You need to go.
No, I
Okay.
don't. I'm waiting on my son.
All right,
He's
fine.
right back.
In this scenario, a court could potentially assess Mr. Espinosa's actions to ascertain whether they amounted to obstruction and if his refusal to leave the traffic stop constituted a violation of the law. It is plausible for the court to find that Mr. Espinosa's mere refusal to leave might not be adequate to support an obstruction conviction, as it appears he did not physically impede, impair, or hinder the ongoing traffic stop. His actions instead could be interpreted as an exercise of his First Amendment rights, with the intention of filming law enforcement activities.
Stopped right behind you.
Okay, you don't need to be here.
I ain't
You don't
stopped
need
right
to be
behind
here,
him,
okay?
sir.
You need to go.
No, I
Okay.
don't. I'm waiting on my son.
All right,
He's my
fine.
ride back to Wilson.
Leave. Leave.
That's the
Now we can stay. Hey, stop. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. What are you gonna do? You're gonna SD4, give me that radio. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Stop it now. Now. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Stop it now. Now. Get out of the car! Hey, now! What the hell do you think you're doing? I ain't doing anything. Okay. Yeah, you're on a traffic stop and you're trying to drive away? Get out the car! Call state patrol! Get out the car! Has nothing to do with anything. Okay, they don't have jurisdiction over it. I don't know what. Yeah.
On the other hand, it is also plausible that the court could determine Mr. Espinosa to have violated the obstruction statute by willfully disregarding Lieutenant Trujillo's explicit order to leave the traffic stop. Such a determination might hinge on the interpretation of the law and the specific circumstances surrounding the incident.
Get out of the car now. No, I got my truck. I don't give a. Clear the park! I just did, hell. Sit down is awful.
Don't pull away from me.
I'm not.
You're gonna get lit up.
I'm not.
Okay, you're gonna get
You're
lit up.
breaking my arm, man. Hold on, I'm gonna get out. Get out the car. Get out the car. Continue, hold on. Can you guys get out? Hold on.
Now.
I'm getting out. I'm not.
You're under arrest.
I'm not
Get out. Turn around and face the truck. You're under arrest.
Okay, guys. Hands behind your back. Down. Put your hands behind your back.
The deputies on the scene issued a command to Mr. Espinosa directing him to leave the area. However, as he began to pull away in his truck, the deputies responded by aiming their tasers at him and raising their voices, loudly ordering him to exit the vehicle. In response to the deputies' actions, Mr. Espinosa promptly stopped his truck and pulled over to the side of the road, complying with their subsequent instructions.
Hands behind your back. Put your hands back. I'm going peacefully, fella. Get back. Hey, he's recording this case first. That's fine. He can record all he wants. This is okay, guys.
You do what you're told, all right? You think it's okay just to roll up on traffic stops?
No,
and not do what you're told? Now you go to jail.
That's all right. I'm a
Turn around and face the truck.
I'm already cuffed. The guy's not listening. If he listens, he won't get manhandled.
Now let's
Don't
go.
move.
Let's go.
That's great. Don't you know looking on top of something? You need to stay on that. Get in the car.
Get
in the car. Get in when you.
During the course of the incident, Mr. Espinosa made a startling revelation that he had been subjected to a taser while the deputies were in the process of placing him in the back seat of the patrol vehicle. This specific instance was not evident in the body camera footage captured during the encounter.
Get in the car. Get
No. You have your wallet on you?
Don't do that, man.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna pass search you. Now get out.
I got my wallet.
Get out now. Get out now. This is how it's gonna work. Okay? You're gonna do what you're told to do, and that's it.
Stand up. Come on, guys. This is
Stop.
Come on, man.
Well, quit acting like an idiot.
I ain't acting like nothing. I got a taser piece in my lip. You guys shot me right in the face.
Mr. Espinosa reveals that he was tased while the deputies were putting him in the backseat of the patrol vehicle. And although it is not apparent in the body camera footage, Mr. Espinosa alleged in his lawsuit that he was also tased.
Additionally, Mr. Espinosa included in his lawsuit an allegation that he was tased yet again while attempting to put his own vehicle in park, following the officer's directive to halt his movements.
I got out the car, stop the car. He stunned it while I'm holding onto the car. So I had him at gunpoint. Then he puts the car in reverse, backs up almost hits Henry's car while I'm still holding onto the car. And we tried getting him out of the car and he had the car in drive and he accelerated but it didn't go nowhere.
We tried to get him out, and he was refusing, and then when we tried to put him in, he was refusing. So I tased him, and then I tried to get him out to pat search him and get his wallet because he wouldn't tell me anything. And then that's when you rolled up.
Okay.
I'm gonna get him over to the jail.
Okay.
In this situation, it is alleged that Lieutenant Trujillo and Deputy Knoll blatantly misused the authority vested in them and exploited the tasers provided for their protection to deliberately cause harm to an individual. The claim suggests that instead of employing the tasers as tools to ensure safety and maintain control during the encounter, they used them to inflict pain on Mr. Espinosa.
Police officers are charged with protecting the people, maintaining the law, and providing honorable and honest service to their communities. However, the repercussions can be severe and widespread when officers violate that trust and take part in corrupt practices. In this video, we'll look at several notorious instances of police misconduct and analyze how they affected society. So, let's get going. You've probably heard of police officers accepting bribes, but have you ever heard of the team's most popular officer being dishonest and carrying out his evil schemes in such a covert manner that not even his department is aware of it? So, how did he end up in custody? If you haven't heard of something similar, allow us to inform you that Sergeant Wayne Jenkins was a victim of it. A smart, crooked policeman. Sergeant Wayne Jenkins' eyes darted from screen to screen, sifting over the CTV footage in the dimly lit city headquarters of the Baltimore Police Department. 2015's that day saw streets filled with boiling rage. On the west side of the city, police officers were being attacked with bricks. Some were hurt. Jenkins hurried after them. In the midst of shouting, sirens, and buzzing helicopters, he seized a state prison department van and helped pull injured cops inside. When it was near Druid Hill Park, he intervened in the conflict and instructed the detective to take them to the hospital. A drug-dealing bail bondsman was awoken from his slumber several hours later in a peaceful waterfront district 15 miles east of the city center. His supplier required the disposal of 2 garbage bags full of prescription medications stolen from people who had also robbed pharmacy. Fresh after his heroic deeds in West Baltimore, Jenkins showed up. He opened the trunk and carried the pills inside the garage. After the bondsman handled selling them, the police sergeant and the latter would split the proceeds. Wayne Jenkins was living 2 lives at a time. He was already well known for running aggressive street squads at the age of 34. Later, he was in charge of the prestigious Gun Trace Task Force, one of the Baltimore Police Department's most effective tools for combating violent crime. He also served as the commanding officer of a team of police officers who engaged in robberies and narcotics trafficking. Jenkins and 6 members of his gun task force were charged with federal racketeering in March 2017, which shocked Baltimore. Many robberies, extortion, and overtime fraud were all allegedly committed by a group of seasoned police officers. Following the shooting death of Freddie Gray, long-standing mistrust of the police among many Baltimore residents grew. But the breadth and depth of these accusations were astounding. The Gun Trace Task Force was well known within the police force for its accomplishments in seizing alleged drug dealers, their caches, and their illicit weaponry. Jenkins was developing a reputation as a policeman in the division whose aggressive approach got results. His reputation as a cowboy who broke big cases through a frenetic pace of citizen stops and occasionally supplied evidence pointing up a chain of drug dealers was generally positive among current and former police officers. Jenkins, who had been praised as a rising talent by department leadership and rank-and-file officers early in his career, was a leader with a remarkable flair for delivering the goods. For his assistance in the 2009 recovery of 41 kilograms of cocaine worth $1 million hidden in a man's truck at the time, it was touted as the largest cocaine seizure in the division's record. This was only one of Jenkins' numerous huge seizures. Did you know that Jenkins was awarded a Bronze Star for this huge achievement? Although it may seem strange, the Baltimore Police Department did not experience any instances of a police officer receiving both praise and criticism. In the world, Wayne Jenkins and his colleagues in plainclothes lived in success and wrongdoing were not mutually exclusive. In fact, they occasionally seemed to go hand in hand. A year-long investigation by the Baltimore Sun turned up warning signs that Wayne Jenkins wasn't a reliable policeman. His supervisors and others either failed to see the warning indications or choose to ignore them. Between 2006 and 2009, Jenkins was the subject of at least 4 lawsuits that claimed misconduct. 3 of them resulted in the plaintiff's victories, either as a result of jury verdicts or the city's decision to settle the case. The suits, however, had no internal repercussions for the police agency. Despite the lawsuits and subsequent video evidence from the squad's body cameras, Jenkins' supervisors did not review the arrests he was making. His legal defenses regularly failed in court, despite the fact that he was removing criminal suspects off the streets. 2014 saw the delivery of a surveillance video to the state's attorney's office in Baltimore's Police Integrity Division that seemed to show Jenkins perhaps putting drugs in a suspect's car. Authorities investigated the matter and even presented evidence to a grand jury, but finally determined that there wasn't enough proof to warrant an indictment. The same video reportedly led to a rare police department disciplinary probe against Jenkins, who was accused of misbehavior internally in 2015. This information comes from a copy of the case file that the Sun reviewed. The investigators proposed Jenkins be demoted and placed on paid leave, according to the department's then Internal Affairs Chief, Daryl DeSouza, who was the deputy commissioner at the time, allegedly intervened to halt the penalty. DeSouza denies remembering the encounter, despite having later served as a commissioner and currently being in jail on federal tax charges, before being named in 2016 to lead the Gun Trace Task Force, one of the most recognized plainclothes teams in the police. These allegations of misconduct were made while Jenkins was serving in a number of plainclothes units, a long time before he was appointed. It is hardly surprising that Jenkins' greatest crimes, drug trafficking and robberies, were able to flourish in Baltimore's tolerant plainclothes culture, even if they seem to have been kept secret. These devices regularly operated unattended. They were free to hold and release suspects, as well as develop informants. They sometimes discreetly stepped over the line from aggressive policing to violating civil rights. When Jenkins first started stealing is unknown. In 2011, his first theft was reported. By the time his criminal career had completely taken off, it had already involved high-profile robberies and break-ins, and he was making over $170,000 per year, in part due to overtime fraud. To learn more about their activities, the Sun obtained thousands of pages of court records, dozens of body camera recordings, hundreds of emails from the police department, and a small number of internal files. A reporter also viewed court case recordings pertaining to the arrests of the cops. Over 50 people were questioned, including victims, prosecutors, defense attorneys, and current and former police officers. Jenkins allegedly robbed some of the defense attorney's clients. According to some of the attorneys, the bulk of his co-workers, including the police and prosecutors, told the Sun they were not aware that he and his policemen were involved in any illicit behavior. A drug associate alleged that Jenkins had been gathering narcotics off the street and profiting from their illicit sale for years before he was finally found guilty following an FBI investigation. Prior to joining the Gun Trace Task Force in 2016, some of his colleagues have also acknowledged stealing after an FBI investigation into the unit revealed the crimes committed by the GATF, Jenkins, and a number of other team members were taken into custody by federal agents. In June 2018, Jenkins was sentenced to 25 years in federal prison after entering a guilty plea to charges of racketeering, robbery, and record-keeping fraud. Corrupt police officers damage the reputation of their fellow officers who obey the law and honorably and devotedly serve their communities. They damage the reputation of the entire police force and make it harder for honorable officers to carry out their duties efficiently. The integrity of the judiciary and law enforcement is threatened by corruption, an immoral and unlawful practice. In addition to breaking the law, corrupt police officers damage the public's faith by taking bribes, covering up crimes, or employing excessive force. Furthermore, dishonest police officers can cause harm to innocent people by infringing on their civil rights, making false arrests, and acting abusively. This can result in erroneous convictions, the demise of the rule of law, and a loss of confidence on the part of the general people in the competence of the legal system to uphold their rights and interests. Public safety is compromised, and the rule of law is weakened by corrupt police officers. They undermine public trust in the police and foster an atmosphere of impunity where criminals feel free to act without consequence because they know that some police officers can be purchased or intimidated. What conclusions have you drawn from Jenkins' tale? Do you have any additional examples of dishonest police officers who were punished? If so, please tell us in the comments section.